Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I have the all new generation of one of the most iconic American muscle cars, the Ford Mustang. This is the 2025 Ford Mustang base model, but this is the convertible model. So I can show you all the features this car has and talk about the history of Ford and the Mustang. The Ford Mustang. The Ford Mustang's first generation comes out at 1964. When that car came out, it was a proper American muscle, rear-wheel drive with a powerful engine and a stick-shift manual transmission. It was very fun to drive. It was a very iconic American muscle car. From then, Mustang has been probably one of the most iconic cars from Ford and for America. Because Americans start making cars, but it's always been more like V8, sound, but not speed. Looks nice, fun to drive, rear wheel drive, likes to spin out. That's why the Ford Mustang has a very iconic name to it. That's why from the first generation till this generation, the tail lights are pretty much the same design. Overall, the Ford Mustang comes with three different models: the 4-cylinder, the 6-cylinder, and the 8-cylinder. This is the baseline model, that's why this is the 4-cylinder, and this is actually the Mustang and saving you all the gas instead of buying the GT or the GT Premium. Let me show you guys the key. The key is pretty same as other Ford vehicles. You have your unlock, lock, remote start, trunk opening, and your panic button, and you have your Mustang horse at the back. If you look at the front of the car, they did this generation really nicely. The entire front looks more sleeker than before, has a better looking front grille, and overall has a very good performing headlight. If I get inside, turn on the headlights, and then I'm going to come outside and show you guys the entire thing. So this is with the full lights on. This car gets 3 projector setup LED headlights with your DRLs and your daytime running lights with your hazards on the top. It looks very nice. You have the horse at the side of the headlight. That looks nice too. And because this is the American and North American spec, that's why this has the side reflector. And the Mustang only products in North America, so that's why every Mustang has that. And at the front of the car, you have this very nice looking grille with the Mustang logo, and then you have some light placements here as well. So at night, that can glow up. It has it on both of the sides. That's a really nice touch. Because we live in Ontario, this has a front number plate slot. And overall, for the baseline Mustang, this is actually pretty nice. And Mustang has always have a long hood, front wheels that only turn because the power's at the back. You have rain sensing wipers, and it's snowing really badly, so I can't even talk, and it's cold, but I'm still doing it. You have the front camera there for your automatic braking assist and lane keeping assist. And now I'm going to show you the car's engine. Now I'm going to show you guys the engine. So let's open the hood from the driver's side. Let me just tell you this before opening the hood. Under the hood, you have pretty good amount of space that has no use. Why? Because the Mustang has been produced for a V8, and a V8 is obviously more bigger in terms of size than a 4-cylinder. You got hydraulic struts, that's nice. You can see the engine bay isn't very organized, and it has a lot of empty spaces. This engine bay is mainly designed for the V8, but they made a 4-cylinder so it can be fuel efficient, and the people that want to daily drive a Mustang, that could be possible. This is a 2.3 liter EcoBoost engine that has 315 horsepower and 350 pound-feet of torque with a 7-speed dual clutch automatic transmission powering the rear wheels with a limited slip differential. If you come closer, you can see American cars are not that organized, but you have your big intake here, and this car is turbocharged, but the 5-liter V8 is naturally aspirated and the V6 is naturally aspirated as well. But if you go on the Shelby models, those are supercharged. Now let me show you the car's side profile. Now we are at the side profile of the Mustang. The length, the width, and the height of the car is same as the previous generation model, but it has been converted to a new chassis and a new complete generation. Let's come to the wheels. The baseline Mustang gets these wheels. It's nice, it's not bad. It has Continental tires, and it's overall pretty good looking because it's a two-tone design. It suits the car. But obviously the GT will have better wheels. It has 4-piston brakes at the front. The thickness of the front disc are 12.6 inches with strut suspension and coil springs. Overall, if you come a little back, you have your exterior mirror you just have blind spot monitoring, that's it. The side skirt is pretty simple. You don't have keyless entry, but you have frameless doors. Obviously the coupe and the convertible both get it. This is a soft top convertible. Mustang doesn't come with a hard top. The rear wheels are more thicker than the fronts, and the rear brakes are a bit smaller. It's 11.6 with multi-link suspension and coil springs, and your side reflector placed here. The limited slip differential actually helps a lot. When the car is unlocked, you can open your gas cap and you can fill up your 60-liter fuel tank. And for the EcoBoost, it's actually pretty good in my opinion. Let's close that, and we are pretty much done with the car's side. Now I'm going to show you the car's rear, so I have to turn the car around. So foot on the brake, pressing the start button, there the car turns on. This is with the full rear lights, this is with the hazard, and this is with the reverse. I'm going to come outside and show you guys the rear now. So here I do. For the rear, the iconic parts are the tail lights. The hazards are on, that's why it's doing a sequential style design. But from 1964, they have the same type of tail lights going straight down, and they kept this as history, and this is actually a very nice touch. It has a lip spoiler with your upper stop brake light and the Mustang logo with the reversing camera, and it's overall a very sleek design. Because this is the convertible, you have your shark fin antenna here and with your functional antenna, but you have your number plate slot and a nice looking diffuser with your reverse light, and the EcoBoost does have 2 exhaust tips, but it actually sounds pretty alright for a 4-cylinder. If you press this button, the boot opens. Is the Mustang practical? I mean, it is, because look, yesterday was a grocery day. We filled up with a lot of expensive tissue paper, and it's pretty much holding up, not gonna lie. It's pretty nice overall. Now let's close the boot, and we are pretty much done with the exterior, so let's get into the interior. Before I show you the interior, because this is a soft top convertible, I should open the top so you guys can at least see how this is. Convertible cars are really popular in Canada, but for the summer days. For the winter days, this is not the best thing you should buy, because it is so cold in here, you can't even resist. But I will show you the interior with the top off, and let's quickly close the top again. So you can press the same button, and then the windows are going to go down again, and then the top's going to come back up. And that's pretty much it. And then now I can close the windows, and I can lock this from here, and we're pretty good to go. Before we get into the front and the dash, this is actually a 4-seater if you didn't know. You have 5 fixed anchor points at the back, and 2 people can easily sit at the back. It's pretty nice how everything is. You just pull this lever and then you can get this up. Overall, you have seat nets at the back as well, and it is a pretty comfortable place to sit in. Now let's come to the car's front. Overall, the dash is completely different from the previous generation. You have bigger screens. This is a 12.3, that's a 12.3. You have bigger screens. The old dash, the old everything's gone. Overall, you can see you have the AC vent with the Ford Mustang written and the horse, and then you have the horse at the side as well. And then you can see there's a place going from there for defogging the windows. So there's a hole there, and that's taking the vent to the car's vent. Overall, you have your airbag here. It's pretty nice looking dash. You have a lockable glove box with the white stitching. You have your owner's manual and insurance there. You have the car seats. Seats are full leather. It's heated and ventilated. It's pretty comfortable to sit in this car, I'm not gonna lie. Overall, it's pretty nice. You have vanity mirrors on the top as well with a light. Overall, it's a pretty decent looking car. It has auto dimming rear view mirror. For the center dash area, you have a little bit of storage place here for putting some stuff. You have some wipes in there. You have 2 cup holders. This is your parking brake. This is your gear knob. You have a wireless charger with one USB-C, one USB. It's pretty nice in my opinion. You have 2 AC vents here with your shortcut buttons and your start button and your volume button. Now let me show you the car's infotainment system. Foot on the brake, pressing the start button, then your 12.3-inch full digital infotainment system is going to turn on. This screen is so better than the previous generation. Overall, I love this screen. I don't like American cars, but I don't know why. I think this is very nice. So, first of all, if we go on your normal car settings, we can go on car settings. You have a lot of different options. You can control the radio, you can control the phone list, you can control the car's sound system, you can go to vehicle settings, you have your clock settings, you have your general settings, you have your instrument cluster settings, your center display settings. So first of all, these are not important, so let's go on vehicle settings. If you go on vehicle settings, you have all of your different models that you can control. That's like amazing in my opinion. And then if you go back from there, you can go to your general settings. You can control everything for the car's display. If you go to the car's central display, just give me a moment. If you go to the car's instrument cluster, you can control everything. Central display, you can control the brightness, all of your different stuff. Then you have your mobile hotspot, you have your valet mode, you have your 911 assist. Everything's pretty nice in my opinion. And the best part is if you go on features, because now you are in the car settings. So you have your driver's assistant, you have your My Mustang, edit favorites, and your digital owner's manual. If you go on My Mustang, that's the Mustang GT Premium. But it's overall really nice how you can control a lot of stuff. First of all, you can see the car all around. Then if you go on track app, you can make a line lock, so you can do a burnout if you want. Then you have your acceleration timing. You can do 0 to 50, 0 to 100 kilometers, 0 to 200 kilometers, 200 meter, 400 meter, however you want. And then you have your brake performance, your lap time, you can count everything. Then you have your gauges, so your sports display. And then you can control the car's ambient lighting, but now it's pretty dark so you can't see it. And then you have your gauge screen display that I'm going to show you when I'm showing you guys the instrument cluster. And then you have your apps, you have your climate. So if you just press this, you can control where you want the air and how you want the air to go. So now the air is just facing towards our faces. I'm just going to make it for the faces and the leg. And then you can control the wind speed from here. So you can do that. And then you have your temperatures here. It's pretty nice how you can use it. And then you have your ventilated and heated seats. The heated seats are on now. You can turn that off and turn ventilated on. It's pretty nice. And the best part is nowadays everybody uses Apple CarPlay, so it has it, and it's pretty good. You can have it on a shorter screen with your trip information on the side, or you can have it in the max screen. And the reversing camera is pretty decent too. It has your guidelines as well. Pretty nice. Now I'm going to show you the car's steering wheel. So the steering wheel is, I'm not a big fan of the steering wheel because it's more like the steering wheel's like bent. So it's heated, it's nice, but it's not the best. It's tilt and telescopic as well, so you can control it however you want. But it's not the best of the steering wheels in my opinion. You have some controls here for your cruise control and your drive modes. You have some controls here for your volumes and stuff. This is for your high beam and hazard. This is for your windshield wiper controls. And the blast is actually pretty weak for an American car, not gonna lie. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the car's instrument cluster, so let's do that right away. Foot on the brake, pressing the start button, and then it does a very nice animation and it turns on. This screen is one of the best looking screens I ever saw from America, but it's very complicated at the same time. You have your engine temperature here, you have your RPM, that's for your safety systems of the car, that's for your lane keep assist. You have your gears at the center, this is for your speed and kilometers, so top speed is 220 kilometers. And then here is your fuel gauge with your range. It's pretty nice how everything has. My door's open, so I'm just going to quickly close that up. pretty nice how everything is on this car, and I think it's a pretty nice looking accent everywhere. If you want to control the car's drive mode, but before that, let's plus. Okay, you have your trip information first, then you have your fuel economy range, you have your tire pressure monitor, you have your gauge dials, you have your general details, you have your driver's assist. And then when you change the driving modes, you just press this button. So this is for normal, this is for custom, this is for slippery, this is for track strip, this is for the track, and this is sport. So the sport displays change up a bit. So from the normal, now we are at the sports display. And then if you go to the track display is a bit different as well. And when you put it on track or sport, the valves open up, so the car is much more louder and much more nicer. The car does not have a heads-up display, but it's overall pretty decent for a Mustang baseline model. Now let me show you the car's door. When you turn the car off, it actually does a very nice animation as well. First of all, you have your AC vent with the carbon trim all around. Then you have your headlight controls and your trunk opener. You have your little sunglass holder right there. And then you have your dash pedal, brake pedal, and gas pedal. The seats are not completely, but it's powered for the front and back and raising up, and it is manual for the back. You have airbags on the side as well. It says Mustang right there. The doors are pretty similar to the previous generation. First of all, you have the horse here, then you have the vent for the defogger. You have your speakers up and bottom. This is your lock and unlock. That's your door opener with ambient lighting inside. It has leather all around with these nice trim but a bit of plastic. These are the window controls and the exterior mirror controls with a decent amount of storage with your speaker. Overall, it is pretty nice. So if you liked this review, make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. If you want to watch anything else, let me know in the comment section. I'll try my best. Until then, stay safe, stay home. See you next time. Peace.